Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Norhafizah binti Zaini. My matric number is 265615. And today I want to present about my individual assignment which have two parts. The first part is about the legal but unethical practice. So the issue is about the Mandarin requirement for job interview make it difficult for other races to be hired. This can be confirmed by conducting a survey. The survey is to see whether the employer have other characteristics they needed other than language requirement. So we can see from this result of the survey, based on the table, we can see first is a Nicola, which is the female Chinese. She got 50% of callback rate, while Gabriel is a male Chinese and he got 32% of callback rate. While Zulaika and Nur Sakina, which are both female Malay, but the difference is Zulaika is without hijab, while Sakina is wearing hijab. So the result have a slightly different, which is Zulaika is 13.2% and Sakina is 9%. And next is Kavita, which is a female Indian, and she got 8.9% of callback rate. And lastly, Sadiq and Tibaka, which are both male, but Sadiq is Malay while Tibaka is Indian. They got 7.8% and Tibaka got 3.7%. Based on this result, we can see the employer hired candidate based on the gender and races. So we can see that the first callback rate, the female Chinese got, while the least callback rate is a Tibaka, which is male Indian. This can decrease the company productivity because it fails to utilize the available talent. Okay, for the second one is the unethical but legal. This issue is legal because there is no rules regarding the language requirement in the work application. But this is unethical because it is included in the work discrimination. Discrimination is an illegal act that based on the racism or other injuries. Okay, next is about, based on our study, we can relate several ethical value with this issue. So first is the principle of fair equality of opportunities. So everyone have provided equal chances to apply for their desirable roles in society institution. So this issue is against this principle because the employer recruits the employees based on the specific characteristic, which is the gender and races because of the language requirement. And this is unethical and discriminate with other races. So second is a Kantian theory. Based on this theory, each person have a moral right to be considered as a free person on equal with others. So in this issue, not showing a person is equal to other because of the language requirement. And third is about the principle of belief. So that this issue is against this principle because one group is inferior to other group, so that the company believe other races is lack of Mandarin skills and cannot achieve their company target. And lastly, is about the justice. This issue is against this justice principle because the employer separating the individual by specific characteristic, which is the gender and races, and that is unrelated to the responsibility they must be complete. And then the solution. Okay, first solution is about the company needed a different background and experience of the panel recruitment. Um, the panel need to be have a different background and experience so that they know appropriate requirement, and also they can be fair when choosing or selecting the candidates. So next is the role of upper management. The upper management need to set a specific and fixed rules about the job requirement, and this can be the can be guided can be as a guidance to the panel for choosing the candidates without bias. But however, if the company need the language requirement, they need to explain properly in the job advertisement if the language requirement is necessary, so that they can be avoid the confusion for the job seeker. And lastly, the company can have Mandarin language training, so that by providing training, the employer can hire uh, candidates without limit, and also the employees can gain the ability to work in the company, and also can edit their skill of the Mandarin language. So um, this solution is a win-win situation for both parties, for the employees and also the employer. Next part is about the illegal but ethical issue. So the issue is about the whistleblower is disclosing Wafi, which is the deputy of Higher Education Ministry in the Malaysian Global Services, to the Anti-Corruption Commission (NACC) for his wrongdoing. So after the whistleblower reported Wafi, so Wafi urging the chairman of the company to terminate the whistleblower position in the company. So basically, the whistleblower is an individual that suspect the violation or the criminal that is related to the company's code of ethics. So the ethical but illegal. So this issue is illegal because the employee is not maintaining the confidentiality of the company information and data. But this issue is ethical because by exposing the misbehavior of the company, this will increase the transparency and public awareness about the company real behavior. And the company who commit the fraud is thinking that they can get away from being discovered. But actually, if the whistleblower report this issue, they might not be get away. So this whistleblower is important because of this. So based on our study, there are several ethical values that can be related to this issue. And first is about the libertarian philosophers. From this philosopher, we can see that the philosopher believed that the freedom from human restraint is a good, but all constraint enforced by others are bad. So we can see from this issue, revealing company information is potentially a violation to company privacy, but the exposition is needed in the future investigation. And lastly is about the retributive justice. In this theory, there is a suitable criterion for this issue, which is the individual being punished because of their did something wrong. So for this issue, Wafi is found guilty and the whistleblower need to do something for the justice of the company and other employees. So for this solution, first is about the gather enough information to support the suspicion. So, the whistleblower need to gather adequate facts about the fraud so that the whistleblower not give false information that will damage the company's reputation. And next is the role of upper management. If the upper management follow the rules and law in conducting their business, the employee doesn't need to risk their position because of the policy of employment that is not to reveal the company confidentiality. Okay. Lastly, the external auditor is needed in the company. In every company, external auditor is needed, even though the company has internal auditor. This is because external auditor can double check the financial management, and this will avoid the fraud and uh, company misconduct. And that's all from me. Thank you.